Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, I'm carrying on with my look at the Carry On films. Yes, this is Carry On Cabby from 1963, and this is the 7th film in the series. Now I'd already done the previous one, which was Carry On Cruising, last week. That was from 1962. And then after this one, we're going to get Carry On Jack from 1964. This film, I perhaps was under the wrong impression maybe when I reviewed Carry On Cruising. I thought it was the Carry On films back to colour, but this is actually filmed in black and white. Yeah, this is a black and white film again, so we've gone back to the original style. I can't find any explanation of why that particular is. The more I've done the research, but obviously they had their various reasons for it. Anyhow, this is what we've got, and I'll tell you something, this is a very good Carry On entry. It's got a lot of originality in the story. It feels very fresh, and it's a very good Carry On film, definitely. It's 91 minutes long. If you look on Rotten Tomatoes, there's no critics thing. It's an audience appreciation 58%. I think it is actually higher than that. You probably would think this is actually quite an underrated Carry On film when you look at it. It's filmed again at Pinewood Studios, and it's the locations that you get are all around the streets of Windsor, and again, it all looks good. Because they know exactly what they're doing. The team is there. Though we have a new screenplay writer, Talbot Rothwell. It was based on a story by Dick Hills and Sid Green, who were script writers for Morecambe and Wise. It was originally planned as a non-carry-on film. Yeah, it was going to be called Call Me a Cab, which is supposedly after a stage play. But it was decided it would be a carry-on film. It's produced again by Peter Rogers and directed by, yes, Gerald Thomas again. So the team is there. So let's have a look at the cast and what regulars we've got in. Again, I'll put Sid James there leading the cast. He plays Charlie Hawkins. Then we've got Hattie Jakes is back. Yes. Oh, and she's wonderful in this film, Hattie Jakes. She plays his wife, Peggy Hawkins. Then Charles Hawtrey is back. It's the return of these actors. Charles Hawtrey is back with, he always has these funny names. He is Terry Pint Pot Tankard. Terry Tankard, but known as Pint Pot. Then we've got, of course, Kenneth Connor. Kenneth Connor, yeah, he's back as Ted Watson. He's been in all these films as Kenneth Connor. He's a consistent member of the Carry On team, and he's here again. Then we've got Esma Cannon. She always plays these dotty kind of characters. You remember she was in Carry On Cruising. She plays Flo Sims. This is her final appearance. And also Bill Owen makes his final appearance as Smiley Sims. So it's goodbye to them, but they're here in this film. And then we've got Liz Fraser. Yes, she's now making another appearance. She plays Sally. She's very good as well in the role. Now, looking at the other cast members, yeah. Oh, sorry. I think before I go on, I should point out one obvious, glaring omission in the cast. And you know who that is? Of course, you know. It's Kenneth Williams. Kenneth Williams is not in this Carry On film. What, you're saying? What's going on? No, he's not in here. Apparently, he considered the script inferior. He wouldn't have anything to do with it. So he turned the part down. But, of course, we all know that it won't be his last. He definitely... Carry On Cruising wasn't his last. He'll be back. And as we know, he will be in the next film. So, there we are. I thought I'd just get that in. But it's an obvious thing. Where's Kenneth Williams? Anyhow, there we are. Other cast members, Mila O'Shea is in this, playing Len. Mila O'Shea is an actor who pops up quite a lot here and there. And of course, he's famous, from my viewpoint. He was in 1968 Barbarelle, which I absolutely love. And the other film he was in, which I absolutely love, was the 1973 Theatre of Blood. You remember he played the inspector. So I just thought I'd put those in. Then we've got Jim Dale, who's going to become a Carry On regular to some extent. He plays the expectant father. And this is his first role in a Carry On film. There's quite a lot in the cast. I think a name that maybe stands out is Amanda Barry. She plays Anthea. Now, Amanda Barry went on to play Carry On Cleopatra in Carry On Cleo. So, yes, we're going to see her again. But of course, I think if you're a fan of soap operas, you would probably... I don't really know her in this role, but apparently she was in Coronation Street. She still could be, I don't know. But she was a big regular in Coronation Street. But I do actually remember in this other... There was a prison drama between 2003 and 2006. It was called Bad Girls, and she was in this prison drama. It was a very good... Sometimes ITV dramas had some really good, good stories. And that was a great series, Bad Girls. Yeah, a lot of actresses were in there who were excellent. It was an excellent series. Anyway, I'm wandering off again. So that's the cast. I say there is quite a lot of different names and faces in that cast. But there we are. There's the cast. So, what is it about? Well, I think the title might be a bit of a giveaway. It's called Carry On Cabby. It must be about taxis and cabs and all that. Well, yeah, it is. Charlie Hawkins, who Sidney James plays, he runs this taxi firm and he lives and breathes it. It's all his life. But his wife, Peggy Hawkins, who's played by, let's say, the wonderful Hattie Jakes, she's feeling neglected. Everything he puts into the taxi firm and neglects her. He doesn't look after her properly. And she's feeling very neglected. And it reaches a point where she's had enough. She has had enough. And this leads to a certain plan she has of getting back at her husband, who's not taking any notice. Well, he might take notice. She forms a rival taxi firm. She gets a fleet of cars, and they're called glam cabs. That's a clue, they're glam cabs. Because all the drivers are attractive women. Women that men will go, oh my, and go real crazy over. And she makes sure they show themselves in that light. She employs all these attractive women, which she knows the customers will choose over the taxis of her husband. And that is a problem for Sid James, and the film develops from that, and we get loads of wonderful situations and fantastic. It's a real pleasure. The story is really good, and you feel that there's a lot of humor, jokes, and also slapstick. There's slapsticks there, but I think in the end, you actually feel there's a lot of pathos in this story. It has a nice, sweet conclusion. Of course, it could be a reflection as well of the times about women. As a great debate in the 1960s, because more and more women are going out to work, doing lots of work, businesses, activities. So they're not just wives anymore. They're out there in the workplace and demanding. Well, not demanding, but they want to be treated seriously and get better jobs. And here we are. We've got a taxi fleet run by all women. Though you could, and them using their talents, and okay, in this way they use it in a comic way, but it's quite interesting. Females using their attractiveness, and good luck to them. They're using this for to get the business, and she's also getting one over her husband. But I love how it all plays out. It's wonderful. It's really quite a sweet ending, and really nice. I think it's just a lovely ending. This time we haven't got them saying "carry on" at the end, so that's it. I don't possibly won't get any more, but it's because it's a different screenplay writer as well now. But it has that wonderful sweetness about it, and I really enjoy this. You can just sit and enjoy it and just love it. You've got everything you want in this film, and the direction, as usual, is great. And as I think I mentioned before, I think possibly it is quite underrated. But if I keep saying underrated, everything becomes underrated. It's one that I think when people watch Carry On films again, they really appreciate and enjoy. It's the script is excellent, the performances are excellent, and it's just good fun. It's just enjoyable, and I think people do remember it now. They think, oh yes, yeah, and that's it. It really stands out, and I think the idea, the originality of the storyline as well, it just stands out. It's a very clever script, beautifully done, really, and so funny, and even the slapstick humor as well is well done, and everything about it. I know I keep going on, but there we are. That's it. Highly recommended if you haven't seen this. I'm sure you'll be able to get hold of it. Watch it on ITV4 or whatever, or somewhere. It comes up. But you could probably get a cheap DVD of it. It is well worth having in your collection if you collect physical media, which a lot of you do. Or here we are, plug again. The box set. Yes, it's on here. This is what I'm working through. You can always get the box set, and then you'll have them all. Well, apart from Carry On Columbus, but we don't talk about that. Right, but yeah, there it is. There's a box set. So there we are. That's it. If you're new to the channel and just passing by and haven't subscribed and want to know when I put out these videos, then please subscribe, because you'll find out. We send you all these notifications and stuff like that. Also, if you like it, please give it a like. It helps with algorithms and all that kind of stuff. And it costs no. If you got any comments, please comments down and I'll answer them. I love hearing what you actually think about these things. It's great. I love it. It's great. You can't say better than that. You might not like it, but I don't know. But anyhow, all I've got to say is, I'll city again.